Hey guys, what is going on? We are here in the playoffs. Regular season number 1 is in the books. So what we're going to do now is take a look at all the season stats, the MVPs, everything here, coaches of the year. So we'll start off with our stats, the Ravens statistics. So Flacco, 37, 90 yards, 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, a 67% completion percentage. Melvin Gordon with 1,382 yards, 17 touchdowns, 6.1 a carry. He was impressive after the trade. Buck Allen with 419 yards and 5 touchdowns. Pretty impressive himself the last few games. Kenneth Dixon, a solid rookie year, 403 yards and 2 touchdowns. We'll head over to the receiving. Brashad Perriman led the way in everything. 63 catches, just over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Really stepped up after last year, with the ACL injury. Steve Smith unfortunately went down. If we can get to a Super Bowl, he might be able to play. I'm not sure. Mike Wallace, not bad. Kamara played pretty well. The tight ends production was pretty decent. We'll head over to the defense. Mosley leading with 134 tackles. Weddle gets up to 100. The rookie, Kamala Correa, with 80 tackles. When he started it, I think it was like week 3, he came in and was a starter from there on out. Willie Henry, very impressive, 8.5 sacks. Suggs with 7. Jernigan really had a great year with 6.5 sacks. Judon with 5 there, the rookie. So hopefully he can be a big time contributor next year. Jimmy Smith and Charisse right there with 3 interceptions apiece. Tucker definitely had the field goal issues, but still ended up with 25 field goals. Here we go with the league leaders. Romo leads the way with 4,695 yards. Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees behind him there. And for touchdowns, Matt Ryan leads the way with 39 touchdowns. Romo with 37. Tom Brady with 33 and only 8 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers there with 32. And Ben Roethlisberger, 29 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's a fantastic year, but they missed out on the playoffs. For rushing, Melvin Gordon actually leads the league. He is your rushing champ for the year. And I believe with the 17 touchdowns, he's probably going to be number 1 in touchdowns as well. Carlos Hyde up there, Peterson, Forte, Lamar Miller, Shane Vereen, there's Le'Veon Bell. And 17 touchdowns is going to lead the league. Lamar Miller with 13. There's an Antonio Andrews with 13. Wow. Only 154 carries. As for receiving, Dez Bryant leads with 102 catches. Randall Cobb with 100. Edelman with 98. Fleener, 95. What a first year in New Orleans. Almost 100 catches. Drew Brees loves to use those tight ends, so Fleener fits in nicely there. So there's DeAndre Hopkins right there. Dez Bryant leads the way with the yards by 30 over Julio Jones, A.J. Green, DeAndre Hopkins, Julian Edelman, Kenny Britt. And for touchdown, Dez Bryant leads the way with 14, Keenan Allen with 12, Julio Jones with 11, A.J. Green with 11, Kenny Stills, and there's Perriman with 10, and Brandon Marshall with 10. Gronk there at 9. So for defense, Preston Brown leads the league with 150 tackles, Timmons with 141, Aldon Smith with 136. As for sacks, who would have guessed it? J.J. Watt, guy's nuts. Every year just getting at least 19 sacks, it seems like. So he leads with 19.5. Jamie Collins up there with 15.5. Ziggy Ansah, Mario Williams, a good comeback year. And as for picks, Josh Norman, Richard Sherman, Vontae Davis, all with 9. That is pretty crazy. 9 interceptions. Wow. Jalen Ramsey, the rookie, was 6. What a rookie year for Jalen Ramsey. Tucker actually with the most field goals in the kicking with 25. As for kick returns, we'll see. It looks like Lamar Miller and Devin Smith at 2 apiece. And for punt returning, Darren Sproles, Randall Cobb, and Eddie Royal with 2. So we'll look at the MVP, and it is Tony Romo. Little study. Tony Romo is your MVP, and we win Coach of the Year. Harbaugh's the Coach of the Year. So we'll take home that trophy. Now we'll head to the AFC. The Offensive Player of the Year, Tom Brady. Melvin Gordon ends up second there. Just missing out. Defensive Player of the Year, Jamie Collins, I don't know how Watt didn't win it. That's pretty crazy how he did not win that with 19.5 sacks. Not sure there. Von Miller, Dante Hightower. The Rookie of the Year is Paxton Lynch. Then Corey Coleman, the receiver. And actually Connor Cook is number 3. Dixon is number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year, that's pretty easy. Jalen Ramsey with the 5 interceptions. Bosa, Ward, Kamala Correa is right there. And Willie Henry, who I think should have been up there with 8.5 sacks. He only finished 9th place. So just really solid rookie class there for defenders. So QB goes to Brady. The best running back, Melvin Gordon. Receiver is A.J. Green. The best O-line, Yonda, so we'll take another one home there. Defensive lineman, Watt. Linebacker, Jamie Collins. The best DB is Vontae Davis. And the best kicker is Nick Folk. So now we'll head over to the NFC. Tony Romo takes over the Offensive Player of the Year. The Defensive Player of the Year, Deion Buchanan, the converted safety to the linebacker. The Offensive Rookie of the Year, Ezekiel Elliott will take home that. There's Goff 3, Wentz is 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kenny Clark. He was up there in sacks, I believe, so he had a great season. Matt Ryan is the best quarterback. The best running back, Doug Martin. The best wide receiver, Des Bryant. The best offensive lineman, Tyrone Smith. And the best defensive lineman, Kenny Clark. Best linebacker, Akeem Ayers. The best DB, Norman. And the best kicker is Matt Bryant. So we'll look at the standings as we won the division at 12-4. In the South, the Jaguars win the division 11-5. The AFC East, the Patriots ended up winning the division 10-6. The Dolphins are 9-7. The AFC West, the Broncos ended up taking the division. Chiefs are the last wild card. In the NFC, the Lions ended up winning the division at 10-4-2, and the Vikings 9-7 get in. The Packers 9-7 do not. So I'm guessing they had the tiebreaker over them. The Buccaneers 10-5-1. The Panthers just squeezing into the playoffs. The defending NFC champions. The Cowboys win that division. They are the number 1 seed. And in the West, the Cardinals win that division. No Seahawks. So as you can see, we're the 1. Jaguars are the 2. Patriots are 3. The Broncos are 4. And the Dolphins and Chiefs are your wild cards. And the NFC, the Cowboys, due to those 2 ties, will get the 1 seed. The Cardinals get the 2. The Lions are your 3 seed. The Buccaneers are 4. And then the Vikings and Panthers are your wild cards. The Packers missing out there. So here's the matchups for the first wild card weekend. The Dolphins at the Patriots. The Panthers at the Lions. Chiefs at Broncos. Now facing off for the 3rd time this season. Those are always interesting to see a 3rd matchup. And then the Vikings at the Buccaneers. So I'm pretty sure, depending on how the seeds work, if the Patriots win, we either face the Chiefs or the Broncos in the next round. So here we go. Here are the results. The Patriots end up winning 24-21. The Panthers just getting shut out 31-0. Wow, let's check out, see what happened. They only had 189 yards of offense. Cam Newton, 105 yards passing. What was he, 14-22. Didn't throw any picks. Cameron started Payne with 52 yards. They didn't do anything. Wow. The NFC champions from last year just getting shut out by the Detroit Lions. And it wasn't even Stafford. It was Dan Orlovsky. He has 193 yards passing. He was 14 of 18. Orlovsky just coming in and doing it. Wow. As you see, Amir Abdullah with about 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. So that is probably the surprise of the wild card weekend for sure. So Denver wins 31-20. I believe that's who we'll be taking on. And the Vikings go into Tampa Bay and win 27-24. So as you see, we will be taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Denver Broncos, in the divisional round. We are the first game of the weekend. So, gonna have to watch out. Obviously, Von Miller comes up right away. Have to watch out for Von Miller. DeMarcus Ware. So the second matchups is Vikings at Cowboys, Patriots at Jaguars, and Lions at Cardinals. So So as you see, here's the Broncos. They have some injury problems. Demaryius Thomas was out for the season. Brandon Marshall, probably their best linebacker, he's out. So, and this is the guy we're going to have to watch for. Von Miller, the Super Bowl MVP. Yes, he only had 9 sacks, but he can disrupt the game easily. He can get in that backfield all day, so one to watch for. If you remember playing the Patriots, Jamie Collins just disrupted that game the whole time, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And they played Paxton Lynch the whole season. As you see, 23 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. He was the Rookie of the Year in the AFC with over 4,000 yards, so a very solid season. So that will be it pretty much. We will take on the Broncos. And last time these two met in the playoffs, it was a crazy game in Denver with that Flacco fling at the end to Jacoby Jones, and then overtime winning in the Super Bowl season. So we will see you next time against the Denver Broncos in the divisional round.